So Umar, so y'all finally caught Umar tripping, huh? I've been said he tripping, so
Yeah.
so so he done finally crossed the line in the sand.
Yeah. He done earned himself a review from us. DTI review. Umar. Some of us rock with you. Most of us probably rock with you, but we got some different opinions. Don't go King Kong conscious on us.
Man, he like on the opposite spectrum of Charleston White, man. Dude always be saying some controversial stuff. So I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really follow him like that, but yeah, I've
Mhm.
been, you know what I'm saying, dibbling and dabbling around some of the stuff he be saying.
Yeah.
What we got?
I want to say this because there's a lot of memes and commentary and content being spoken of with regard to President Donald Trump, a notorious racist, and black people are trying to put a positive spin on the things that Donald Trump is doing. The reason so many Africans are trying to put a positive spin on the things that Donald Trump is doing is we suffer from a white savior complex. We suffer from a white savior complex. We suffer from a white savior complex. So we always have to have a Caucasian in a position of influence or authority who we have to make look good. Because for African people who suffer from a white savior complex, we don't feel safe when we don't have a white person who we can look to as being somehow in our favor. Now, this is not a
y'all feel like
pro.
that?
I was gonna say if he said one more time, I was gonna tell you to pause it again. Man, he just said
y'all
it
feel that
twice
way though?
about
I never felt that way.
no, you know what I'm saying. And plus, that's why I want to feel to stop it because he said it twice. Africans, hey, Umar, you do know all black people are not all Africans, right? I hope you know that, my brother. We all are not Africans. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know it or not. But you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna go deep off of that
He's
rail.
speaking on that sometimes.
Huh?
He'll speak on that sometimes. He'll speak on it sometimes.
Okay.
When he
So
was talking about how Kamala not black.
I mean, well, see, that's not even got nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? That's just saying she's not black. What I'm saying is how he think
Well,
just
he
all
said she's
black
not
people are
African.
African. You
Well,
know
he
what I'm
was saying
saying?
that she's
We are not. All black
West
people are not
Indian or
all
something like that.
Africans.
West.
But whether you know it or not, you know what I'm saying, during the slave trade, when they first started bringing slaves to America, there was melanated people already here. But you know what I'm saying, that's a whole nother story. I just don't agree with what he's leading off with already. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the main thing,
I'm not looking for no white savior. Whether you know it or not, Umar. I also do a little bit of reading myself, and the first man on this planet was black, so I know that. I know a whole lot more than that. So that means that should tell you something. I'm not looking for a white savior at all.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a color at all.
I think what he's trying to get at is black people that got the white Jesus in their house. I think that's what he's trying to get at.
He's doing what his typical counterparts do, race hustling right now. But I'm gonna leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see.
Republican message or pro-Democrat message, because when it comes to black people, there is no red party or blue party. There's only the white party. I said, when it comes to Africans in America, there is no red party or blue party. There's only the white party. I said, when it comes to the American African, there's no red party or blue party. There's only the white party. But here's what I want y'all to understand. Why Donald Trump is doing what he is doing. The reason Donald Trump is purging the government, the reason why he's trying to cut as much from the federal budget as possible, the reason he's trying to eliminate all of these social service safety programs is because he wants to force you, the unemployed, the underemployed, the disabled. He wants to force everyone into becoming a slave to white capitalism. I'm going to say it again, and I want you to understand, overstand, and understand me. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand me. Donald Trump isn't doing this to help the government. Donald Trump is purging the government financially to help corporate America, to help big business. The more people he cuts off, the more people he cuts off from relevant social safety net programs, food stamps, WIC, housing, Social Security, the more he cuts, the more that the underclass.
Do you own your own home?
Yeah, he need to cut. He need to be cutting some people that's on food stamps. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's been on food stamps for 10, maybe even longer than that. Yes, he do need to cut it. And also what he said about how he trying to make your senior citizens, he didn't say that, but your people that's on Social Security and you're unemployed, trying to make them slaves. What are they gonna provide as a slave if they don't have nothing? Well, I mean, that what he just said, that comment, just I don't know what a person that can't do anything
disabled, right,
as a slave, that's disabled. You know what I'm saying? How did they do anything? Why would I want to make someone that's disabled a slave? What are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying, bro? You just
I mean, I don't want to make it a race thing. I don't want to throw. Because I don't know his motive, but I do think that he's just trying to make people work and not be lazy. I think he's trying to get people off their ass.
Hello.
But like I said, I don't know his motive because I don't know him personally. You never know. Can't put nothing past nobody. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he trying to. You know what I'm saying? He want us to be a working country, but that don't mean, you know what I'm saying, toting bricks on your back. And no, he want to be a working country. He want everybody to put their fair share.
Because there's a lot of fraud that goes on with all of those social policies and everything. We see it all the time. I used to see it all the time. People come through the grocery stores, food stamps, able-bodied, not working. It's even Medicare fraud. You know what I mean? So, it's really, you got to cut down on all those social. If it's something that's free, it really needs to be, hyper analyzed, because really nothing in this world is free. And I always stand on, if you don't work, you don't eat. So, like I'm a big proponent of, like examining exactly where the social programs, how they're getting used amongst the people.
Definitely. That's why the man's running off merit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nothing is free. Like my man said, ain't nothing free, man. And we just, the past administration was just giving out jobs just because of a certain ethnicity or a certain group that they claim. It's like, man, it's getting out of hand now. We got Umar, he coming up on the same stuff with the race hustling, and you just throwing stuff out there that, man, you ain't really did no homework on. And the man has only been in the chair for 30 days. It ain't even been 30 days yet, or today's March 30th. Well, what, today's 25th. Like, come on. Like,
he's
supposed to go ahead.
Yeah, and I was about to say, speaking of race, he's talking about this is all in the name of white capitalism. I didn't realize capitalism had a color, because you can be a black man, a brown man, a white man, and own a business and have people working for you. I mean, so I ain't really feeling it on that either. Yeah.
I mean, if he should really go in depth if he's gonna, say something about capitalism, because I know, they had a head start, but everybody has a chance. Everybody can open a business. You know what I mean? So I get what he's saying to an extent, but he has to go in more detail about
it. Yeah.
He all over the place too, man. Because I think just last week, Buddy was saying on a podcast how he was talking about the left was canceling him at some of his college speeches because it went against a couple of the alphabet community. You know what I'm saying? He was going in on about that, but here you are saying some same thing about the same people you were just complaining about. Like, come on, man. You act just like the same people that you're complaining about. Make it make sense.
Yep.
The working class, The disabled class, the oppressed class will have to go enslave for corporate America. He wants all hands on deck for the corporations. He needs all hands on deck for the corporations. He's not doing this to help the government. He's a businessman. He is a capitalist. He's doing this to help the corporations. This purge is to force you into corporate slavery. It is not to save the government money. Brothers and sisters, please wake up and smell the coffee. This is all a grand scam for corporate America. It is a grand scam for corporate America. And because he is deporting illegals and even legals, because of his deportation agenda, he needs you to work even more. Because if they're going to get rid of excess people from this country, those people that they are getting rid of are the ones who are working under the table. They are the ones who are working for less than minimum wage. They are the ones who are working without benefits. You cannot get rid of millions of illegals if you don't have anyone to replace them in the corporate slave market.
So what is he saying? Is he
Nothing.
well, he's talking about getting rid of them so we can replace them. We were here before they got here. So how are we going to be replacing anybody? We were here. Or whoever he's talking about.
He basically saying that what I took from that is, yeah, he gonna get rid of them and give us more jobs. Is what I heard.
But no, what he's saying though, what he's really talking about was the part where how they was working for low minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about. Remember now, he's talking about turning everybody into slaves. So
anybody going for that?
My point exactly. But what I'm saying is he's focusing with the immigrants on that aspect, how they work from low minimum wage. But you also failing to realize, one, they're illegal, so that's
illegal,
breaking the law. Two, they're not doing no type of reporting, no paying taxes when there's a $36 trillion deficit, and we're also sending stuff out to other countries. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Just like, man, when you're low on funds and you know some people that owe you, you gonna call I need every penny. You know, I need all of that, bro. Because you know what I'm saying. I'm hurting right now. Right now, the United States as a corporation is hurting. You know what I'm saying? And Trump is trying to clean it up. Yeah, he right. I will say he was right about one thing. And even the broken clock gets the time right twice a day. So I got to give him at least one, where he said Donald Trump is a businessman. Hello, the United States is a federal corporation, so he needs to run the business like it's supposed to be ran, like you said he was, a businessman. So all this corporate America and trying to make people slaves, like, come on, bro. Making no sense. You fear mongering, race hustling, shouting for views, and I don't know, sounding like a shout for help to me.
Yeah, at the end of the day, somebody's going to be working. And, like I said, people were here before the immigrants got here. So I don't see where he's trying to go with that. Taking the immigrants back so they can make the people here work. People have been working here.
I don't think people should just work.
What'd you say?
I said I think it's up to the people too. I don't think people just go work for anything either. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think you gotta demand, what your work.
How many? Okay, check this out though. How many people again is just sitting around collecting food stamps and Section 8? That's why I'm glad he put the 2-year term on that as well. People sitting on all this government assisted living and got zero expenses. Zero experience. You expect them to go, oh yeah, just don't work for anything, but they ain't got no experience. So what they gonna bring? Yeah, they need to. Yeah, you got to start from the bottom. So what? So we got too many people that's like that. It ain't like you just got a bunch of people that's just underpaid with heavy experience.
Yeah, where they got rid of the DI. So getting rid of that. So everybody's gonna have to hire qualified workers. That's the thing. So basically, what Umar's saying is those who ain't qualified, that ain't got no experience, them gonna be the slaves, because They
Well,
gonna
whose
be
fault is
asking.
that though? Who told them to sit and live off Section 8 for 15 years? Who told them to get $600, $700 of food stamps for 8 years? Who told them to do that?
And shit, if you look at it, I mean, that's how it always been anyway. You get educated and get a skill and become, valued in the workplace, in the in a specific field, then you're gonna get compensated for your skill sets and what you know. If you don't have a skill set and you're not educated on a level to where they need you to be at, then go flip burgers, work in the tobacco field, pick cucumbers. I mean, it's always been like that. So he ain't saying nothing new. Those people who
Yeah, and
want to sit back and
he's doing it
go
from the
ahead.
bottom. I was just saying he's doing it from the bottom all the way to the top. That's why he's cutting all the federal jobs too. You know what I mean? Because he's like, it's just federal waste. Like a lot of those, sectors and branches, like USAID. I seen he cut a lot of jobs from there. Like a lot of those jobs, they've already been, accused of money laundering and a lot of other, things within the federal government. So it's like it got to get into the private sector now. So when you're working in the private sector, you actually have to work. So that's really gonna, bring some type of change. So I'm glad he's not just like Umar is saying. It goes against what he's saying because it's like people who are getting paid, upper middle class wages and salaries, they're actually being affected too. It's not just the poor people.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them
Yeah.
have seen it before, and they're still in awe, just as much as they were when they saw it in a video or a post.
Every human being's worth is determined by your ability to do one of two things. You either can slave for the corporation or you can buy from the corporation. If you can't slave for the corporation, and if you can't buy from the corporation, you're better off unalived.
Wrong.
I mean, my thing is, versus looking at the problem, we got to figure out a solution. So how do we become part of the corporation versus worrying about slaving or buying from the corporation?
That's why I said wrong. You can slave, or you can buy from the corporation, or you can create a corporation. Same thing we just got through talking about capitalism.
Yeah, hello.
Everyone has the opportunity to create something.
Yeah.
Umar.
Yeah, they got a negative connotation towards corporation because like we was taught in school, it's basically a free market economy, like you just said, Philip. It's basically anybody has the chance, as long as they're legal, to create whatever they want to create here. So I don't really get, it's not really a white and black issue. It's a gray area in between as well.
And also to add to that, you know what I'm saying? Like what Phil was saying up top, man, anybody can create a corporation, and all y'all to complain about these taxes, you know what I'm saying? This is to the viewers out there that might have a salty opinion about how the man and a lot of these corporations avoid taxes and not evade taxes. Y'all can do the same thing. Y'all just got to open up your minds. I ain't even gonna say open up your mind. You just got to go learn something, go read something. You know what I'm saying? Learn how the system works and stop complaining about the system.
Mm.
It's crazy because the information is free, and you walk around with the information in your pocket every day. As long as you got a cell phone, you walk around with the information in your pocket every day. But if you want to complain about what somebody else doing, you need to be complaining about what you're not doing. Let's start doing that.
People.
I got a question of what's
If you
those who really are disabled, you know what I'm saying? Those who really can't, go work. What does this mean for them?
That's why you're supposed to be working throughout your life, putting into that Social Security account. Social Security come out of your checks. You're supposed to be putting to that Social Security. That way, when you get to that age, you can live off of your Social Security. We're not saying nobody's not supposed to have Social Security. Yes, that's the Social Security for the disabled, but you got people that's not disabled on Social Security. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You got people that's taking advantage of the system in the wrong manner when you could take advantage of the system, how the system was built. But people don't even understand how the system is built because you won't take the time to sit down and do it. You'll do what this dude here doing, to sit down and complain about it. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
But will the system still be there for those who really are disabled? That's what I'm getting at. Those who really, those who really need it. Is it will it be there for those who genuinely need it?
Now think about this here with logical thinking and not a democratic mindset. Do you really think anybody in a right mind would take Social Security from the disabled, bro? Do
It'll
you
be
not
inhumane.
understand the ramifications that will come along with that? Man, they would impeach him. He would lose all his following, period.
Yeah.
Just from that one move. Like, come on, man. You got to think
Everybody got someone that's disabled or elderly in their family.
Hey,
Everybody.
that's a question. That's a question for the people. That's
No,
rhetorical.
that's a democratic thought. That shouldn't even be a question, bro. That is just like that is a democratic mindset. No one should even think about that question. If you think about that, yes, you're fear mongering.
And people actually believe that,
I know.
Think that's what's going to happen.
Hey, so you don't think a Republican have a question like that?
I'm not gonna say they don't, but what I'm saying is, once again, I'm gonna go back to logically. Anyone with a logical thinking mind would say that is stupid.
I agree.
I was about to say it. Yeah, the R word.
Yeah.
Hey, these questions got to be answered, man. Everybody ain't as knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I understand why
I don't think that
ain't common anymore.
Democrat or Republican either.
Yes, yes, we've lost a lot of basic common sense in the last 4 years. That's why the man is running on. We got to make America got to bring back common sense. Got to bring it back. Because the last 4 years, boy, so many people that got lost, and then the ones that ain't even really following the agenda, you still then got lost in the sauce because you just got accustomed to it. No, that is not. There's no common sense behind none of that. That makes no sense. That you might well just say, "Bubba, we're gonna take away income."
But I'm gonna follow up on what Kill was saying. Not to sound like I don't have any common sense, but we've been arguing since we were in high school that like once me and the Kill gets to that age, it's not gonna even be here. There's gonna be no type of Social Security. So that's what makes me think, will they do away with other social programs? Not trying to fearmonger or anything like that, but it's just they already brought that upon, like, okay, the baby boomers they're eating up all of the Social Security, along with some of the a fraud that's going on. So it's like it was more people being born during that time period compared to now. We aren't having as many children at the same pace of the baby boomers. You know what I mean? So that is, what I'm saying. I was just bringing that question up because it's a strong possibility that we may not have some social programs to benefit us once we reach that age. Because that's the thing with our generation, with the whole, like you were saying, working and going into just basically being lazy. A lot of us don't stay on jobs for 20 plus years because we're like, what's the purpose of it? Because all of these programs aren't even going to be here once we reach the same age as, our elders, It's created a lot of creatives, but my bad for cutting you off. It's created a lot of creatives, but at the same time, it's, it's not creating maintaining a strong workforce for certain corporations.
But see, you see what I'm saying? See, that's, I don't know what's going on. I'm glad he's doing some work with the Board of Education as well, because it seems like, off of your comment, they're not teaching y'all that there's also company shareholders. You become a company shareholder working at that company after so many years. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just Social Security. So like right now, the company that I work for, the longer I work there, the more company shares I get. You know what I'm saying? There's more to it, what I'm saying, than just Social Security and 401k. Also, what I'm saying, building up that experience, building up that I guess you would say your hourly wages, and if you're smart, you're saving. What I'm saying, you're investing. There's plenty of things that you can do regardless if there's no Social Security. It's like there's a lot of information that's being left out of today's teachings. Back to what like how we were saying, like what I was saying before we hit record, like the things that we went through that y'all don't even, man. You like, man, when y'all hear you like, man, ain't no way in the world. But yeah, we survived through that, but it also taught us how to be strong. And today, and like I said, I'm not calling the younger generation weak, but yeah, there's some work that needs to be done, especially with the education. You know what I'm saying? Starting there, because man, in the black community, I think it is what most of fourth graders. This is getting a little off subject. I'm gonna just be real short with this, but there's only like 20% or something like that can even read at their grade level, and it's getting worse. But yeah. There's a lot going on that Trump needs to address, and he's addressing it. And people like Umar are not seeing it from a deep aspect, and they're just looking at a surface level. And man, he just fear mongering.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't work for the corporation, and if you can't buy from the corporation, you're better off homeless and unalived. That's why they're not going to do nothing about homelessness, because homelessness is an unnatural outgrowth of capitalism. Poverty is an unnatural outgrowth of capitalism. Donald Trump is making you think he's saving America money so it'll be better off for you. No, he's not. He's cutting the programs so you can replace the illegal immigrants who are being deported. I said he's cutting the programs so you can replace the illegal immigrants who are being deported. The reason Elon Musk is proposing a $5,000 payment to every American, the reason Elon, the hypocrite Musk whose Tesla automobiles depend on forced child labor in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the reason Elon Musk wants to send every American a $5,000 check is to ease the pain of the transition from social support to social slavery. So they want to give poor white America a $5,000 check, because they're assuming poor white America is politically unintelligent enough to recognize that that $5,000 one-time payment that Elon Musk wants to give you, that $5,000 one-time payment that Elon Musk wants to give you, will be spent in a matter of weeks, if not days. Look at inflation.
Pause it right here. I think you need to get that $5,000 check. Look what type of hotel room he in doing this doggone recording that. And anytime you sit with them wall units, that boy at the Red Roof, the Super 8, the Motel 6, boy, you need to stop talking right now and call Elon and say, "Hey, buddy, you need to send me that 5K." Like T.I. said, expeditiously, man.
That man just being financially responsible, man. He preparing for what's to come.
Being financially responsible.
Speaking of that,
I'm not even gonna eat him up no more. I'm financially responsible. Boy, go ahead.
He living underneath his means, man. Preparing for the genocide.
Yeah, I hope he's living low budget so he can get that school open. Cause I'm really feeling his move with that school. You know, creating some type of atmosphere for our people. But it's just still some things on it, in his perspective that I'm not agreeing with. But I feel him with that school. You just need to make it a little better.
So he don't got one open. I thought he already.
It's not open yet.
Hey Phil, I think he might have shaded a little too hard earlier, man. I think he might have scrubbed a little something. But you want this person here to start a school?
He's starting one. He has one.
I know. I'm just being funny right now, but at the same
Okay,
time,
I got you.
But at the same time, like for real, you want you know what I'm saying, a vast majority of people that look like us to go to a school that's founded by someone that talk like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of his perspectives need to change, but the ideal behind what he's trying to do, I'm kind of feeling that because again, I feel like we need to start creating our own versus sitting up here complaining about, the other man holding us down and this and that, and we gotta depend on them for this and that. We need to be starting our own shit. And a school is a good foundation to be starting at if you're teaching it the right way.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad you said that. Yes, we do need that. I agree with you 1,000%. But yeah, someone like this here starting it, man, but it'll be a whole race war. We'll be trying to deport Caucasians out here. You know what I'm saying? Look what this dude, man, look here. Yeah, okay.
And he contradicts himself a little bit too, because I saw a video a while back, some months back, where he was saying that he had a halt on getting the school done because there was a situation with the HVAC. He said he had black companies that were supposed to come in there and did the HVAC, and they didn't deliver, so he had to fall back on the white man. That was about 6, 7, 8 months ago.
Yeah,
I sat and watched him say that out of his own mouth. So stuff like that, he got to get it straightened out, in my opinion.
He working for view. He working right now, man. He working for views. And that's just like I told you. He just contradicted again last week. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what I said, but yeah, he was complaining about last week. But he's acting just like his own people, though, man. He's playing the race card. That's all he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's working because this guy is doing a reaction. So
yeah.
So, brothers and sisters, they're going to suffocate Black America if we don't come together and do something for ourselves. This Donald Trump administration is engineered to suffocate Black America. Democratic Party plantation slaves, Kamala was going to do the same thing, but in another way. So get off your high horse. Democratic Party plantation slaves, Kamala was going to do the exact same thing. She was going to use the immigrants. Donald Trump is using traditional white power. Kamala Harris was going to use the immigrants to suffocate Black America out of existence. Donald Trump is using traditional white power. Same goal, different strategy.
Yeah, still crying about them suppressing us.
I don't get it. If Black people being suppressed, how are we able to do this broadcast right now? How was he able to sit in that hotel room and do what he was able to do? How is Jasmine Crockett able to get in the position where she's at? Lord, that's another one. But yeah, anyone of color that's on national television, if we are being oppressed so bad, I don't.
Yeah.
Look at your NBA and look at your NFL. I mean, I'm sorry, majority what? So how are we being oppressed? I'm sorry, man. Shit. I'm sorry, but I sent in some Umar. I sent in some paperwork to the IRS last week, and it came back good to me. So I'm not being oppressed by anybody, and everybody that y'all complain about, I have good relationships with. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If y'all being oppressed, I don't know where it's coming from. What are you doing? That's what you need to be thinking about. Because my 39 years of being here, I ain't been oppressed not one time.
Yeah. I ain't on the boat with you on that one either, Umar. I think the most solid thing he said in this video was us needing to come together and building something. All that other hoorah about the white man, this and that, and them trying to put us back into slavery, gotta let it go, brother.
He's in the background telling you gotta let it go, brother. Trump in the back. You gotta let it go, brother.
Gotta let it go, Umar. We gotta come together. Make America great again.
Y'all funny.
Yeah, near the end, he's just talking about, his capitalism. He's talking about send money to his PayPal and all.
No, he didn't do that.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say, bro. Because I remember he came to. This is what I was gonna say. This one I always had a bad taste in my mouth. I met him at. He came to SC State, where I went to school at when I was when I was at state. And he was talking, all his good stuff. And pretty much bashing, like, he was doing a lot of black bashing. I was like, he contradicting what he's saying. And then he had the nerve to ask us for donations. And I was like, man, you supposed to be bringing us money. You at HBCU, you supposed to be bringing money to the school. But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, if you think about it though, when we have homecoming, we do be paying these doggone other celebrities, you know what I'm saying, hundreds of thousands of dollars to come perform in that. So I get the man, he got to make his money too. But at the same time, I'm just like, this dude talking about all the powerful pro, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got the funds, you know what I'm saying? Like you asking for money, but
was he talking about the school
again,
back then?
Yeah, that's when he first.
Was it Frederick
Yeah,
Douglass, Marcus Garvey School?
Yeah. Frederick Douglass is actually like his like great grand uncle or something like that. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, he's trying to bring back that school. They already had, Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey already, they already had a school like that.
Well, need to whoop him then. He turning over right now, boy. He told you nothing.
Yeah. He do got some views and stuff that I do like though, man. But a lot of his stuff, I just I don't know. I've always kind of been iffy about for some of the same reasons that y'all talking about. But, I've heard him speak well too. At the same time, got a lot of good things that I would like to see take place.
Y'all better than I am, man. That's the longest I've watched that dude talk consistently. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
I don't watch him either.
Yeah, every time I watch. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Every time I watch him, it was just like a viral moment. So I was like, "Oh yeah, this dude just like you know what I'm saying? He that type of person." So that's all I gained. But I mean, that could be my ignorance. I should just dig deep. I might can learn something. Like Kill said, he went to school and everything. I just see viral moments on the internet, and I just laugh at him. But I mean, he may be saying more. So like I said, that's my ignorance to actually look what he's actually talking about.
Yeah, I gotta give him a little props. He's been saying certain things, like I said before, some things that I agree on, but a lot of the stuff that he's spewing in the mix of it is just like it's messing it up. It's not gonna work. So I wish him well. Hope he comes to a different perspective and kind of wake up to what's really going on and what really needs to be done. But I doubt it's gonna happen because he's pro-black and he's just like, yeah, he ain't trying to mix nothing.
Yeah, I'm pro-black, but at the same time, but no, he's just extreme with it, bro. It's in his soul. It ain't even just in. As a matter of fact, it's in his DNA.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't black, you know what I'm saying, it ain't where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what
I don't know. I kind of think it became his stamp. You know what I'm saying? I think once he realized, like, oh, this is my signature right here. This is what's getting me. You know what I'm saying? The views. I think he kind of took it and like, really went extreme with it and ran with it. And now, but I don't know. I don't know the man. He might have good motives, but from my opinion, from what I saw, what I've seen, I just think he just took it and ran with it once it got the recognition that he was looking for.
He's on a level where he's looking like the big R word. Just like Dub said earlier, he looked exactly like the people that he's trying to.
Well, he said black people can't be the R word. He said we can only be bigots. We can only.
Yeah. That's the thing I struggle with too, because he was like, you can be only prejudiced because we don't actually control the system. Like, we don't have control to, withhold certain stuff that's been established over hundreds of years to another community. So that's what makes you the big R word. But I mean, I don't know though. I'm like, I feel like you can still be that, but I guess it's.
Yeah, he's just stupid, bro. He's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say everybody that follows him is stupid, but I'm just say he's stupid. I'm sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can be the R word. All you got to do is just have ill will to another ethnicity, and that's what you are. You know, I mean, it's that simple, and ain't got nothing to do with controlling no system. Because I, you know what I'm saying, I finally got me a sniff of the Folgers coffee and woke up and started learning that hey, there's no color on these papers, man. You can file the same paperwork that they doing. Matter of fact, Donald Trump got a UCC one online that all of y'all can go on Google and look up, and you can do the same thing. You just gotta pay attention to the game and don't pay attention to people like dude Umar, man. If you pay attention to Umar and CNN and the View and what's the name, Roland Martin and all of them, yeah, you ain't gonna learn nothing in life. Oh, well, let me take that back. You're gonna learn something in life, how to cry and complain and blame somebody else.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna learn.
That's what they've been doing.
So yeah, man. Y'all tap in with the brothers, tap in, like, share, and comment. Let us know how y'all feel, man. Let us know how y'all think about Dookie Umar, brother Umar.
Let's go.